People that chew with their mouth open.
I was just about to say that.
I think for everybody, that is a universal pet peeve. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there and I'm eating,
Yeah.
Because hey, I'm a fat kid, bro. I enjoy my food.
Hey.
I enjoy,
Yep.
comete toda la comida.
Hey, aprovecha.
So when I'm eating my food and I hear, and I try to ignore it, and it's like the anxiety starts building, bro, until I'm like, stop it! All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Geeks That Lift, where we bring you everything from comic books, horror, and of course, the Geekverse. I am one of your hosts, Mark the Freakin' Rican Williams, joined by
Hot Nut.
Fire Crotch.
Fire Crotch. I'm not talking about STDs. I'm just talking about it's hot as fucking here. Holy shit. And how do you spell hot nuts? Capital H, lowercase o, capital T, hyphen, capital K, lowercase n, lowercase u, capital T, exclamation point with a big old fucking fire emoji. Hot Nut. That's not really my name, but yeah. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
We are cooking in here.
We are cooking. Holy fuck, we are cooking in here. Oh God, we have the big fans, but we don't want to turn on the big fans because then that'll fuck with the sound, and then you guys are here like, ooh, the whole time.
Some people might like that sound though.
They might, ooh, and then so they
might put it on the speaker. And
they put their genital area
right
by the speaker,
yeah.
and then yeah. Okay, maybe.
Why did that go there?
I don't know. I don't know why it went there. I don't know why Look, we were talking about like the spitting. Look at that. Look at that. With my big lips. I got spittle all over the table.
Spittle.
That's what it's called. Spittle. Look it up. It's a word in the dictionary. Webster's. And I'm not talking to Emmanuel Lewis.
Oh, wow.
Taking it back. It back. All right. So, guys, it's been 2 weeks since the last time we were on. We have some news. But then also we have some other stuff to talk about. First of all, we're going to talk about the Guns of Eden news. I'm doing this in the movie.
I'm going to do this in the movie. I'm going to find a way to.
Guns of Eden. So things are rolling around. We're in pre-production now on the movie. So Greg has actually thrown out the latest draft of the script. He rewrote it. I guess we'll be doing revisions until until filming starts, which filming will start in less than 8 weeks. I think July 17th will be the first day that we'll be filming and going until mid-August. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Right now, in the meantime, we still have, God damn, that was a wet fucking paper towel. In the meantime, we still have the Indiegogo campaign going. You can go on there. You can still donate. Go on the in-demand section on Indiegogo. Look for Guns of Eden. You can even do the speaker like they do with the Alexa and go Guns of Eden, and then it'll pop up, and then you can donate. I think there's still some perks on there that you can get, and yeah, that's it. That's gonna be going up until we start filming. Also, Greg has started these fundraising events called Secret Cinemas Present. Basically what it is, he's been showing 2 movies for the donation of $15 a head to benefit the movie and the shoot. And he's been showing a couple of fucking obscure, fucking crazy movies. Yes. So he showed the first time, the first event. He also holds it at the screening room over at the Boulevard Mall. The Boulevard Mall.
Well, by the way,
what? Can you turn that fan on? Hold on, guys.
You got
I am
shimmer.
dying right now. I am dying. You have it on one?
One.
Okay, good. If you guys hear the ooh, then that's because I feel so much better. Holy shit, it is so hot in here.
It's like 90 outside, so imagine how it's going to be in here.
It's like 130 in here. How are you not sweating? God damn. Is it your black side? Is it like
it's both?
It's both.
It's both.
Both your black sides? I don't understand because I'm just as Hispanic as you are.
Yes, but your Cuban Dominican side is like, I'm cool with this. But the Samoan side,
I'm not cool.
Okay, because you don't have the agua de coco to calm you down.
You want to see something fucked up? Here's agua de coco. There's agua de coco right there. That was disgusting. gonna talk about agua de coco. There you go.
Juices of the coconut.
That was a lot of vitamin E that I just wasted right there. But basically, we're doing the Secret Cinema Presents. He already did 2 of them. We got another one coming this Monday. So in a few days, he's been doing pretty well with not letting anybody know what movies he's playing. So they're just surprise screenings. The first one, he did these 2 movies. The one was called High Risk, which was a movie back in 1980. It came out, and it starred James Brolin, Josh Brolin, Thanos' dad, and fuck, I forget his name. The black guy from Blazing Saddles.
Oh, I forgot his name too.
He's in there. He's in this movie. Bruce Davison, but you'll recognize him. He's actually the guy that played the senator in the first X-Men movie, the one that got the cure in him and it turned him into a mutant.
Yes.
And he turned into water, which is fucking weird. But he was in it. James Coburn was in it. Like, it was Lindsay Wagner was in it. The Bionic Woman. Like, it was a good movie. It was actually pretty awesome. It was an obscure movie because I never even heard of it. But it was like these guys were faking that they were going on a fucking fishing trip, but instead they were going to this fucking, I don't know if it was a third world country or whatever, but they fucking got a plane and go to the jungle and go to this guy's house, who's James Coburn's house. And I don't know if he was a Spaniard or what, but he had like a bullfighting ring in his fucking on his property. And I don't know if James Brolin's character worked for him or what, but it turned from like a movie where 5 guys were going to go fishing on a fishing trip to these 5 guys were going to the jungle to do a heist and steal millions of dollars from this guy, from James Coburn's character. And then all sorts of hijinks ensue. And they're just going there. And it's funny, too, because it was meant to be like a serious movie, but it was just funny. Like some of the shit and some of the situations where I'm like, this is funny. I looked at this fucking She-Hulk. I go, is this a comedy? Like, it was just weird. Like, there was one, they grabbed fucking James Coburn's character, and because James Brolin, you don't know if his character worked for James Coburn. Oh, they both named James. I just realized that. God damn, I'm too hot right now. But they get into his office. They try to open the safe. James Brolin is like, they changed the combination. What the fuck? So they fucking kidnap fucking James Coburn. They bring him into the office. They're like, what's the combination? He's like, 1, 2, 3. like little scenes like that. And so they open it and they get the money out. And then, they go through the jungle and they're trying to escape and they get split apart. And it was weird because some of it was serious, and then some of it, like some scenes were just like mind-boggling, where you got Lindsay Wagner's character, the black guy from Blazing Saddles, and this other guy who I think was Hispanic, but he looks Italian, but he spoke Spanish, but he looked Italian, and that was with them, and he gets shot, but then he comes back, but I don't know, it was confusing. It was very confusing, but they end up like escaping because James Coburn's character ends up grabbing them and putting them in a cell, but then they escape the cell and then they get on this bus and the black guy from Blazing Saddles dresses up like a woman in a dress. You got to watch the movie. And it's you would think they're trying to escape this guy and they're on the run. And the next scene, they're at a bar drinking margaritas, eating tacos, fucking dancing up a storm, laughing and shit. I was like, is this the same movie? I was like, what's going on? It was just so weird. And then the movie, and then they have the resolution. Wait a minute, who else was in the movie? Anthony Quinn was in the movie? That's right, I forgot it. Anthony Quinn was in this fucking movie. Like that, all these actors, like these big name actors. And Anthony Quinn was like the leader of a fucking rebel fucking faction of fucking people, poor people, where they're going after James Brolin's character because he's got the money and they want the money because they want the money for the country because the country is poor. Again, I don't know what fucking country it was because whatever. But yeah, Anthony Quinn is in it, acting like Anthony Quinn. Like, how Anthony Quinn is just like, that's he was Anthony Quinn. And there's one scene where Anthony Quinn is just standing there and he has his shirt, but he has it tied up like a woman and he has a blazer on. It was weird. But it was a good movie.
It was a typical 80s movie.
It was, yeah. But you can tell that that it was like late 70s, early 80s, because James Brolin, he was a handsome devil back then. He had his hair was finally coiffed the whole movie. His beard was on point. He had his collared shirt open. That's another thing too in these fucking movies. Like, they're in the jungle. Why are you wearing fucking pleated pants and fucking collared shirts? I don't understand. He had the fucking open, you can see the chest hair and all that.
You have to look stylish.
He was doing it. But then, yeah, so then that movie, everything gets resolved at the end. Then the next movie he shows is a movie called Ruckus.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, it was funny because beforehand, Greg came up to me. He was like, have you ever seen Ruckus? I'm like, no. And he was like, oh. Like, he seemed disappointed. I'm like, shit. I'm like, am I in for a treat? Maybe. So Ruckus stars Dirk Benedict, who you would know as Face from the A-Team. He was also in Battlestar Galactica.
And Body Slam.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Linda Blair. Those are the only two named people in this movie. Okay? Don't know why the fuck Linda Blair was in the movie, but basically the plot of this movie is First Blood. Okay? First Blood, Rambo. Okay? So Dirk Benedict is the Rambo character, and the movie starts off with him in his fucking in his army jacket and looking all dirty and disheveled but like dirty, like he took his face and just went in mud, and he's in a small town and all the people are looking at him. He goes to the fucking to order at his diner, or it looks like a Dairy Queen, and he goes and he orders a hamburger, but he orders it raw. And the lady's like, raw? He's like, yeah. He's like hardly talking. And he's sitting there on the dirt road, just eating his fucking hamburger. And then the fucking, the guy who I guess is the boss of the town, because every town has them back in the day, like Boss Hogg.
Yes.
I'm going to call him Boss Hogg for this story. So we got Boss Hogg, who's like, hey, you know this guy? Like, he's talking to his lackeys who are all there enjoying their burgers and their ice cream. And he's like, you know this guy? He's like, no, he's fucking weird. He's fucking just standing there. He ordered burger raw, making fun of him. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe he might know my son. He's an army guy. Maybe he might know my son. The fucker, what? I like... That's like that's like, hey, I know Tyrone. Do you know him? So he walks up to Rambo. We're gonna call him Rambo Light. Where he walks up to Rambo Light and he's like, hey, so you were in the army, you served, Do you by any chance know this person? And then Rambo Light doesn't even acknowledge him and then just walks away. So Boss Hogg goes to his lackeys. He was like, this guy didn't talk to me. He was like, hey, I want to know if he knows my son. Go out and look for him and ask him if he knows my boy. So we got Rambo Light walking across a bridge, looking all dirty and shit. He just ate his raw hamburger. And then here comes fucking Boss Hogg's fucking lackeys that come up. And of course, instead of just asking him, they just start picking on him. And so he goes crazy and he's like, yeah! And he starts fucking them up. And he actually throws one of them off a bridge and runs off. And they got their asses kicked and they're like, oh, so that kicks off the movie where it's like, okay, this is where it's going to go. He just fucked these guys up. They're going to go to Boss Hogg. Boss Hogg is going to be like, get him. And then, because he's an army vet, he's going to go into fucking Rambo mode. Well, he ends up sleeping in a barn. The barn is Boss Hogg's barn. I don't know how you found Boss Hogg's barn, because I'm sure there's a bunch of barns out there.
It's a small town.
It's a small town. So he's sleeping there. And then who's Boss Hogg's daughter-in-law, but Linda Blair? Linda Blair is the wife of Boss Hogg's son, who's missing, who he wants to know if Rambo Light knows him, because they're in the military and they all know each other.
Yeah,
apparently. So Linda Blair goes in there and sees the fucking the Rambo Light in there, and she's like, oh, hey. So she's real nice to him. He's nice to her. It just gets weird.
I guess in the 80s they never heard of Stranger Danger. Dude, in the early 80s.
And he's still dirty and shit. And and then a couple of times she makes him breakfast, or she gives him a sandwich. and invites him to the house, and he eats in the house. Like, if you're running away from fucking people, why are you coming in the house and having a sandwich?
Yeah.
With, some weird fucking chick in a barn that you were just hanging out at. You were fucking squatting at. Like, what? I'm trying to remember most of the movie, but there's a sequence where Boss Hogg's fucking people show up, and he's in the barn, and there's dirt bikes in the barn, so he gets on the dirt bike and fucking takes off.
Okay, so dirt bikes were just sitting in the barn.
2 dirt bikes just sitting in the barn, and he takes off, and then there's a chase, and he loses them, and all this other shit, and then he goes back to the barn that he just left and escaped from. And Linda Blair's character is like, oh, you like the bike? And he's like, it's a nice bike. And she's like, oh yeah, I like riding, da da da. And then the weirdest, most comical sequence, they're both riding, dirt biking through the woods, having a grand old time, like he's not being chased by the whole town.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they intercut sequences of them riding around to like them doing stunts and jumping and all this, and I'm dying. You know what it reminded me of? Watching it, it reminded me of the fucking BMX fucking dance sequence from Rad.
I was gonna say that, from Rad.
I was dying. And then sure enough, they become fucking friends. He shows up the next morning back into the house. She was like, oh, what are you doing here? He's like, last time I was here, you fed me and I'm hungry. And so she gives him a fucking egg fucking sandwich for breakfast. She tells him that he can fucking take a shower. So he goes, takes a shower, wears somebody's clothes, and he goes from being dirty Rambo Light to fucking Face from the A-Team. He's all fucking, his hair's nice and coiffed. He's shaved. He's all fucking clean. So he's all handsome and shit. And then it keeps, even though he's all clean, he's back to Rambo mode, because then the guys come back and they're chasing him. And then it just turns into a big thing. Mind you, the one thing that I noticed about this movie, not one person died. Not one person was bleeding, nothing. The most bleeding that happened was when initially when they were chasing him, he fabricated a fucking bow and arrow from like 2 sticks. And I don't know where he fucking found string. And then he took a regular branch and he shot it in the dude's ass. And the guy was like, oh, and that's it. That was about it. That was about the extent of fucking the any blood that happened. Then we have the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, the big climatic scene where he finds dynamite and he does the whole fucking Schwarzenegger Predator thing. He takes off his shirt and he puts mud all over himself. And he has a fucking 6 of dynamite in his fucking waistband. He does and everything. And then he goes after them. And then, he's blowing fucking shit up. And they're doing the typical 80s fucking, where the explosion and the people fly in the air. But nobody dies or gets hurt. And the movie ends. I was like, huh? The movie ends with, now mind you, I didn't know that they were fighting on an island, which was right next to this small town. So you had to swim there. I don't remember seeing a scene where he swam there or them swimming there or whatever. Maybe there is, but I forgot because this movie was so absurd. And so after he kills everybody, after he fucks everybody up, he makes them all take off their clothes and swim back to the mainland. They swim back to the mainland and he's standing there with his fucking dynamite sticks in his waistband, and then he jumps in the water, and then Linda Blair's character, the Boss Hogg character, and a couple other people are there on the other side on the mainland, and I guess Boss Hogg owns that island, that little island, and they were like, let's go get him. And he's like, no. We find out through the movie that he did know the guy's son, and that the guy's son was a good man, but that he's dead. So he's not missing. So he got Boss Hogg got his piece. So, and that was because Linda Blair's character was like, Boss Hogg, I like him. He's a nice guy. And fucking, then he just, they're all standing there. He's in the water and he's still got the mud on him. And the guys are like, let's go get him. And Boss Hogg was like, no, he's on the island. He can have the island. He'll be at peace now, or some shit like that. And then typical 80s, actually sitcom ending. Linda Blair looks at him. He looks at Linda Blair. She smiles. He smiles back. And he does some shit like he does this motion, which I don't know what this means because they didn't do any of that in the movie. Like a secret thing between them, like everything's okay. Like, and that's how the movie just ends. And I'm like, wow.
That is the most typical 80s movie.
Dude, you have to watch it.
You have
to watch it, okay? The movie is called Ruckus.
I am going to look it up.
It was just, you got to look it up. It was, like I said, Dirk Benedict and Linda Blair. You have to watch it. It is the most, it's totally, it could be, the only way I can describe it is, it came out before Rambo. Before First Blood came out. But it's almost like it's a parody of Rambo or First Blood.
Jesus.
You got to watch it because it tries to be serious, but then it throws those little comedic moments in there. You're like, what the fuck? Like CK loved it. Like she was like, that shit was funny. I was like, all right, it wasn't meant to be funny, but
back in the day, that was meant to be an action movie.
Yeah. And then for the second showings, he did an obscure like horror movie called Dead by Light, which was there were, I guess, with the director doesn't say that it's a slasher movie, but it was a fucking slasher movie. I'm not gonna get into that movie because that movie was all sorts of ridiculous. That basically what that movie reminded me of was Wrong Turn before Wrong Turn came out.
Yeah.
Yes. And then there's this little twist, and then the way the fucking final girl kills the fucking slasher dude was just fucking weird. Where even I was like, huh? And I remember when I saw the movie, I was like, huh? So that was all right. Then the second movie that he showed, like he didn't even need to present it. He said one thing. He was like, Deborah Hill was a producer on this movie, and she met her boyfriend on this movie. And I was like, Assault on Precinct 13. And that's what he showed. Man, have you ever seen Assault on Precinct? Man, I love that movie. That was a John Carpenter classic.
Yes.
Classic. I have some problems with that movie, but it was good.
Yes.
It was really good. So now what he's going to do is from now on, now he showed his obscure movies. Now the next couple, I think he's going to do two more or three more of these Secret Cinema Presents. I know for a fact that this Monday we're going to see, I'm calling it out. We're going to see Mad Max and The Road Warrior.
Oh,
back to back. So if you guys are into big, bombastic 80s car chases, post-apocalyptic.
Mel Gibson with his full Australian accent.
Yeah. I like some gasoline. Gasoline. That is. Yeah. Gasoline. That's all they talk about is gasoline in Road Warrior. So I can't wait. I'm excited for that. And then who knows? He said the next few ones are going to be like the big commercial movies that everybody knows and loves. So
okay,
we'll see. But yeah, this Monday is going to be. I'm certain it's Mad Max with Road Warrior, or he could like fuck us up and do Road Warrior and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which I love me some Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
We don't need another hero.
Oh,
you know that.
Come on now. Another edition of Thunderdome. 2 man enter, 1 man leaves. 2 man enter, 1 man leaves. I love it. I love that movie. Actually, I love that whole series. Actually, Mad Max, I'm like,
Mad Max is.
It was okay. Like,
it's hard to get through because it's really slow.
It's super slow in the beginning.
Yes.
It's super slow in the beginning. But after they killed his wife and kid, spoilers. But then again, the movie's like fucking 40 years old.
You know fucking spoilers. If you ain't seen that fucking movie, there's something wrong with your ass.
It's a classic.
Jesus.
But yeah, after they killed his wife and kid and then he gets in that fucking badass car, then it goes, whoo. Yeah. It goes crazy. But yeah. Road Warrior or Mad Max and Road Warrior. I'm certain those are the two that he's going to show. So if you guys want an invite, hit me up, hit him up. We'll let Greg know, and Greg will send you an invite via Facebook.
Via Facebook?
Whew, man,
we've been going.
God damn. All right. News.
News time.
What do you got?
First, I want to drop this. Have you seen the new Venom 2 trailer?
I have. Let There Be Carnage?
Yes. Thoughts and critiques?
I dug it. Listen, it's to me, it's more of the same of what we got from the first movie. I love the first movie, so I'm good with it. I like that we got the little almost like that buddy cop dynamic between Venom and Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I dug the fucking scene in the beginning where Venom's making breakfast.
Yes.
And all that. I love Woody Harrelson, so I'm in. And I think we're going to be seeing, Carnage isn't the only one we're going to be seeing, the only symbiote we're going to be seeing. Supposedly we're going to be seeing Toxic.
Really?
And a couple, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, I'm excited for it. Venom, obviously they didn't change the look.
Yeah.
They didn't tweak it or anything. He looks exactly like he looked in the first movie. Carnage, I guess a couple people have been like, oh, I don't look the way he looks. Come on. Then they're like, oh, I want to see the dark veins and whatever. Come on, man. Just shit.
It's nitpicking.
Nitpicking like a motherfucker. All right. We're getting a fucking Venom movie. We're getting a second Venom movie. Be happy. So yeah, I dug it.
I saw it. I watched it 3 times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for it. There was a lot of news that came out yesterday. I don't know if you saw, Warner Brothers did upfronts, and they were doing I think it was like a shareholders call or some shit.
Yes.
So they made a bunch of announcements. One of them, which I'm super excited about, is, remember the video game Injustice: Gods Among Us?
Yep.
Which made Superman evil, and it was a badass game. It was basically it was Mortal Kombat, but with all the DC heroes.
Oh, yes.
Heroes and villains. We're gonna get an animated Injustice: Gods Among Us movie, and it's in the works right now.
The thing with that one, the reason why I liked it is because it played off of what Lex Luthor supposedly always feared, what his concerns were. Superman, what would happen if he decided that he was more powerful and he wanted to rule and dominate us?
Yep.
And for those who don't know about the Injustice storyline, the Joker fucking has a bomb, ends up killing Lois Lane. Fucking Superman loses his shit, rips out the Joker's heart.
Yep.
After that, Superman's like, fuck this. These people don't know how to act. I'm gonna choose what's right, what's wrong. I'm gonna be the judge, jury, and executioner. And you have heroes who are on Superman's side, and then you have heroes who are against Superman.
Yes.
So the storyline was fucking awesome.
Yes.
So I love that fucking video game.
I loved it. So I'm excited. It was funny too, because back in the day when I used to work at one of the gyms, and I used to manage one of the gyms. It was one of the more boring gyms. And one of the less busy gyms. I would hide out in one of the offices and play the Injustice game on my phone. 4 hours. So I'm super excited about this the animated movie that's coming out. And now, speaking of Superman, HBO Max and the Cartoon Network have announced the arrival of a new animated series called My Adventures with Superman. It's going to be starring Jack Quaid from The Boys, and he's going to be playing a younger Clark Kent.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, it's more Superman. I don't give a shit. I love it. Have you even watched Superman and Lois?
I'm waiting for the new season to start.
It already started.
It did? Oh, shit.
Well, the new season didn't start, but
not the new season.
It came back from hiatus.
Yes, from hiatus.
So the back half of the season has already started.
Okay, I got to watch that.
I got to watch it also. But yeah, also with that, I don't know if you heard, piggybacking on the Superman news, we got Batman news. HBO Max ordered a new Batman series.
Yes.
Batman Caped Crusader. So that's going to be animated also. It's from Bruce Timm, who was from Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
Matt Reeves, who's the director of The Batman with Twinkly Robert Pattinson, and J.J. Abrams, who J.J. Abrams now, I guess, cut a deal with Warner Brothers where he's like the man now. So he's the one that's spearheading the Black Superman movie, and I guess he's got other shit happening. So you know what? I'm all about it. I'm good. I guess it's a reimagining of the Batman mythology. So they're going to be changing some shit up. And if you saw, I'm sure, did you see the picture on it?
Yes.
It's the older Batman with the
point,
long,
pointy ears.
So, all right.
We'll see.
I'm down.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll give it its just due.
Yes.
Staying on DC Comics reportedly is eyeing Jeremy Irvine.
Oh yeah.
For the role of Alan Scott in the Green Lantern movie.
Green Lantern series.
Series?
Yes.
I thought they said movie.
Yes.
So we're gonna get. I just don't know why we're getting Alan Scott though.
Well, I mean, actually, that's the news I got here. This was the news from 2 weeks ago. So we knew we were going to get a Green Lantern series.
Yes.
So we're getting a Green Lantern series. Basically, what the series is, it's going to focus on Alan Scott in the 60s, I think. and he's going to be like, I don't know if he's a government agent or something, a closeted gay government agent, but he's also going to be a Green Lantern. It's also going to follow what I've been waiting for.
Yes.
Guy Gardner at Green Lantern, who's my favorite Green Lantern. So we're going to be following Alan Scott and Guy Gardner. I don't know if they're going to be doing two different like timelines, two different, or what, but that's what we're going to be doing. And I guess they're going to be, even though those are the two main Green Lanterns that are going to be the focus of the show, they said that we're also going to see other Green Lanterns that we know and other ones that we don't know.
See, but my biggest thing, it goes back to like, you have to be a real comic book fan to know who Alan Scott is.
Oh yeah.
And Guy Gardner. Yes. Okay. Because
everybody knows Hal Jordan. And
everybody
John
knows
Stewart.
and John Stewart.
Yeah.
Those are the main two Green Lanterns that people focus on.
Yep. And to a lesser degree, Kyle Rayner.
Lesser degree because he was the one like in the mid 90s that kind of took the reign and the younger version. He wasn't as
like that cosmic.
Yeah, he wasn't as straightforward as Hal Jordan was.
Yes.
You know, Hal Jordan was the cop, always on duty.
Yep.
You know, Kyle Rayner wasn't like that. So I think it's a risk. You know what I mean? I guess, you know, yes, some people may dig it, but unless you are a real comic book fan, you're not gonna know the mythology behind those characters.
We're gonna find out.
Well, we will. Hardcore.
I'm gonna see. Supposedly, we're gonna see the female Hispanic Green Lantern. I forgot her name.
Jessica. Is it Nieves?
Is it?
I forgot. I know she's got a typical Hispanic name.
And then what I'm gonna see if they're gonna do is to see if they're gonna do the Middle Eastern Green Lantern, Simon Baz. Listen, man. All right, they got him in a mask. He has guns. Why does a Green Lantern need guns?
Hey, man.
And he's Middle Eastern. Like that design. Like I'm not a Middle Eastern. I actually got a little offended with that because it's just like, all right, like when they were introducing the new Green Lantern and this was it during the New 52? No,
he was.
It wasn't. He was New 52 is New 52 is DC.
Yeah.
Or before that, because I remember his like introduction to the comics. Like one of them was like it was one of the comic book covers was like the Green Lantern cover in the background and him like ripping through with like the guns drawn. And why are you wearing a mask? Why are you wearing a hood? Why are you wearing like? Come on!
You don't get it?
I don't understand it. And also, honestly, the fucking the design was pretty cool. So, but I don't understand the hood and the gun, and he's Middle Eastern, and he has like a Middle Eastern tattoo, like the language or something. Like,
you mean Arabic?
Sure. Listen, man,
the Middle Eastern language. You know what they speak over there?
Yeah, I don't. Do they speak Arabic?
Pretty much.
I thought Arabians speak Arabic. Listen, I'm totally ignorant now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Hey, geography is not my strong suit. So yeah, if I offended any Middle Easterners out there, yeah. Wait a minute, all Middle Easterners speak.
There's different dialects.
Arabic.
There's different dialects.
But okay, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna get to see Alan Scott. I'm more excited. We're gonna see Guy Gardner. Did you see who they cast as Guy Gardner?
I didn't see who.
Finn Wittrock. Finn Wittrock from American Horror Story. You used to watch American Horror Story.
Yes.
He was the guy that played Dandy.
Okay.
On the carnival.
The carnival one.
Yeah. He's the one that took over for fucking Twisty the Clown.
But now if they're gonna do Guy Gardner's fucked in the head, bro.
Guy Gardner is awesome. Guy Gardner is a New York City cop. Didn't take any shit from anybody. Honestly, I want to see what they're gonna do. He better have the red hair.
Oh yeah.
He better be a ginger. So that's all I'm saying is that he better be a ginger.
With the Ugg boots and the fucking bubble vest.
I mean, and the little vest.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. I could do without the bowl cut though.
He has to have it, bro.
He could have like a cool flat top or some shit, but he better have red hair because Finn Wittrock is a brunette and he has dark black hair. So I want DC, don't fuck it up, okay? Don't fuck up my favorite Green Lantern. Speaking of Green Lantern, did you see like they released, or Zack Snyder's been like releasing shit on the John Stewart The Jon Stewart scene that
Yes.
got deleted, or that Warner Brothers was like, don't do it. And then he had to put in Martian Manhunter instead. Actually looked pretty cool.
And to see, my biggest thing with Jon Stewart is if you wanted to go for a historical character, Jon Stewart is the one.
Yeah.
Like I've said it many a times.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, oh, Jon Stewart's on the no. In comic book lore, he is important, and he stands out because he was the first African American superhero without the name Black in his title. So
yeah, he wasn't
stood
the
out.
Black Green Lantern.
Yeah, he stood out.
That would be weird.
You had Black Panther. What else did you have? Who else was out there? Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there was Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
You know what I
Jon
mean?
Stewart.
So he stood out.
Gonna get more American.
American.
Because he was a military guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Jon Stewart, America. He wasn't the Black Green Lantern. That doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't sound right.
When you put black and green together, what do you make?
What?
When you put black and green together, what do you make?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
We should try that.
I'm thinking about it.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who has a box of
Black
Crayola?
and green makes what? I think about shit like that sometimes. Dark black green. There you go. We got our answer. Dark black green.
So it'd be dark black green lantern. Sounds kind of racist.
Dark green lantern. I mean, yeah. So it makes sense. It's awesome. I'm all for it. I'm all for the Green Lantern series. I'm super excited about it. What else do you got?
Okay. Again, continuing with DC. It seems like DC had more news than Marvel this time.
Yes.
The Batgirl movie.
Yes.
Okay, is obviously a go.
Yep.
And it is to be helmed by
Good luck.
the people that did Bad Boys for Life.
And what are their names?
And I can't remember their fucking names.
I got their names right here.
What are their names again?
I can't pronounce it.
That's why
I'm going to try.
We'll try to not butcher this shit.
So the Bad Boys for Life directors, I didn't know there were two directors, but I guess there are. It was Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. Hopefully I said that right. So Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. You know Bilal?
One sounds like something on a menu, and the other one sounds like you're clearing your throat.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they're going to direct Batgirl. And I guess it's going to be an original film for HBO Max. So it's not going to be in the theaters.
Yes.
It's coming straight to HBO Max. That's going to be cool. I don't give a fuck.
But which adaptation of Batgirl are they doing?
I don't care, because no matter what, my most favorite Batgirl will always be the Batgirl from Batman 66.
Yes, 100%. But that's what I'm saying.
She was hot.
What, like, I don't know what take on it are they going to do? Because there was a Batgirl that was like that one, the 66.
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Barbara Gordon, campy. Then you had Barbara Gordon that was in the comic books. After a while, she got ultra violent and shit, and she didn't give a fuck. She tried to rebel against Batman.
Yeah.
And shit. So, like, which...
But it's going to be pretty cool, because if we get the Batgirl, then hopefully at one point we'll get the storyline where Joker shoots her and does the fucked up shit to her, and she becomes Oracle afterwards.
No, true.
Maybe.
Well, we kind of got that to some extent in fucking what the fuck was the name of that show again?
I don't know.
With the Huntress. Was it Huntress? Birds of Prey.
Oh, Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Well, we got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they come back for Crisis?
She did.
They
The
brought-
main one did.
yeah,
The girl
okay.
who played Huntress.
Then they brought two of them back, didn't they?
I don't remember seeing her, that she was running on the rooftops like in the show.
Oh, I thought there was two of them. Oh, okay.
The voice of the other one was in her earcom. She was like, Oracle,
Oh, okay.
Oracle, and you could hear
Yeah,
the
yeah.
voice, but
They didn't show Oracle?
I don't think they did.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get a Batgirl movie finally. I'm excited about it. Enough with Batman. We need to see more of the Bat family.
Like I remember you said at one point after we found there were going to be no more Superman movies that they need to take them and put them on the shelf.
Yeah.
Let's start concentrating on other.
Yes.
Like I said, with Superman, we can do a Superboy,
Superboy.
movie. We can even do a correct Steel movie. Notice how I said correct.
Steel. Yeah.
Not that abomination that was fucking. Remember the Comic-Con, the one guy that with the the figures? He's like, hey, how about this for $5? I'm like, no.
No.
He's like, how about I pay you to take them?
I remember that.
Because nobody wanted them.
Remember that. So yeah. I'm stoked. I'm stoked about Batgirl. Hopefully maybe we might get like a Robin movie, but then again, they're doing that in Teen Titans or Titans.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Robin's going to stay, because we're getting those characters
Yes.
there. But I mean, we could do. We got what is it? Red Robin is one of the other Bat family. There are so many characters and so many heroes or anti-heroes in the Bat family that you can do spin-offs. You can do all sorts of shit. I'm down for all of it.
100%.
I'm down for all of it. Let's see. Did you see that finally we got images and we got an announcement of Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revelations that's dropping July 23rd?
Bro, I've already pre-ordered the figures.
All right.
I saw the pictures. I contacted my one guy that gets my pre-orders. I'm like, are you getting these? He's like, yeah. Put me down for them.
Yeah.
But they're doing two different Masters of the Universe.
Yes, Netflix is doing in Masters of the Universe, and it's going to be like a little more stylized, a little more
CGI.
A little more CGI.
They look bulky and
they look
weird.
Crazy. And then Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe, he said this is more respectful, and it's kind of a continuation of the 80s.
Yes.
The ones that we grew up on.
Yes. Right.
Yes, the one that we grew up on. So yeah, I guess it's going to be in 2 parts. And I guess it's going to be 5 or 6 episode drops in 2 parts. And the first part 1 drops July 23rd. I'm excited.
I'm totally excited.
You know why I'm excited? Because now that means that my Masters of the Universe figures are going to up in price. Now they're going on the market. So yes, I am super excited about that. You got anything else?
Okay, but I got 2 more pieces of news.
Okay, I got 1 more.
I'll save because one is wrestling news. I'll save that for after. The writers of the up and coming Thundercats movie,
Adam Wingard,
threw a little tease out there. Okay. He is quoted as saying, "Fans are not ready for what we have planned."
I read that. Oh, it was one of the producers or one of the. You're right. Writers. You're right. One of the writers, because Adam Wingard is the one. He's the one that did Godzilla vs. Kong, yes. The last 2 movies, and he's huge Thundercats fan, and he's been wanting to make a Thundercats movie since he was a kid.
Good.
So this is now. Sometimes when people take properties that they've wanted to do since they were kids, whatever. They get to do them, and it turns into horse shit.
Yeah.
And it's not that good. But I don't know. With this one, it might be. I remember before when we talked about this, I read that it was going to be animation and CGI. Now I read in the article that now it's going to be live action with CGI.
Okay, I'm down for it.
I'm down for it too.
It's Thundercats, bro.
But as long as the Thundercats don't look like Cats.
No.
From the movie Cats.
That would
because they did horrible. CGI and live action, and we saw it. We saw buttholes. We saw cat buttholes in that movie.
That was a very disturbing movie.
That was a fucked up movie.
Yes.
I only watched like part of it. And I was like, nope, can't do it.
Yep.
Like I didn't even like the show Cats. Like I watched the show Cats on Broadway, and I was like, no. I don't understand what the big deal is.
The thing with Cats, I just remember the commercial from back in the 80s.
Now and forever on the Winter Garden Theater.
Or that when they tried to do their public service announcement, there was an accident. A child was in the car. Like, shut the fuck up. Stick to singing and licking your paws, okay?
Yep. The only thing good about Cats was, memories.
Oh.
Is that was the song from Cats, right?
Or when they would... You saw Cats, right?
I did see Cats.
And the fuckers would come running on the...
that was in the beginning. That was in the beginning. When fucking you're watching and it's all dark on the stage, and all of a sudden their eyes light up and they're like all over. You're like, what the fuck?
Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm from the Bronx. I will punch you.
I was down for it. I was down for that. And then after that, I was like, I didn't like this show. I kind of had, you know what I liked more than Cats? And I'm taking it back now. Starlight Express.
I thought you were going to say Les Mis, because we know that is your fucking...
Les Mis is my jam.
We know it.
Les Mis is my jam. Actually, you know what? I listen to at night when I drive home from here or from the gym and I close up, I listen to John Tesh. He said something the other night where I guess now with this generation, nobody's going to know or appreciate the old musicals.
Yeah.
Like Les Mis, like Phantom of the Opera, like all the classics, because now the top grossing and the most popular musicals right now are musicals that are adapted from either like a song or a movie or an animated movie, which I'm like, really? Like it's fucked up.
You know what it is? And I don't know if this is me being a snob, but growing up the way, again, like I said, the way we did, we were surrounded by the arts. My dad was a singer. You saw he had his group. My sister's a singer.
Yes.
So, like, they were very much into the arts and stuff like that. And living in New York, you grow up surrounded by the fucking arts.
Everywhere, every corner.
I hate when people are like, you like musicals? I'm like, I love musicals. Really? I'm like, yeah. Well, have you seen Bye Bye Birdie? That's the fucking musical that you asked me about?
Bye Bye Birdie. I like Bye Bye Birdie.
I do too. But out of so many fucking good musicals, that's the one you want to ask me about.
Come on, man, with fucking the dude that fucking was the Elvis. Fucking Anne Margaret in the beginning. It's like, bye, bye, birdie.
I'm just thinking like The King and I. If you want to go to Broadway music, I said Phantom of the Opera. There's Cats. Chorus Line.
Chorus Line. Oh, I love a chorus line.
There's so many fucking musicals and stuff that's on Broadway that consider musicals that you can ask me about, but you choose to ask me about Bye Bye Birdie.
Bye Bye Birdie. Might as well ask about Oklahoma.
I'm just saying, I always like, really?
Yeah.
I feel offended by you asking me that question because, of course, I've seen the fucking movie. But it's not on the top list of musicals.
You know, it's gonna bother me now. What was the name of the fucking the Elvis?
Conrad.
It was, yeah. I remember. Yes, Conrad. That's what it was.
That's how many times I've seen the fucking movie.
Yeah. Funny. My cousin Joe or Albert, whatever he decides to be called these days, was in. No, it wasn't Bye Bye Birdie. It was fucking. He was in Oklahoma. School of Rock. School of Rock was actually is an awesome movie. And I remember the last time I was in the city, it was playing. I think School of Rock was playing in the theater where Cats used to be, which is the Winter Garden Theater. Yeah. So. Yeah, School of Rock was awesome.
I always like the way the guy in the commercial said it. Today, catch it live at the Winter Garden.
Now and forever. I was like, now and forever.
It just made you want to go the way he said it.
Yeah. And then when I saw it, I was like, no.
I want to be, Mark, where are you going? Fuck Disney World. I'm going to the Winter Garden Theater.
I'm going to go see Cats. But yeah, it's crazy how like, and what were the shows that he said, like the ones that are being like performed now in high schools. And like one of them was Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
One of them was The Little Mermaid. And I forgot what the other
Green
two were.
Day's got American Idiot. They got their own fucking Broadway thing going on.
That's right. So yeah, it's like, it's crazy, man. We're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to fucking not maticao, cantazo. You're gonna give the cantazo to the fucking kids and be like, what the fuck, man? Watch the fucking classics. Because not gonna lie, as much as CK is into musical theater.
Okay.
And she's into musicals and stuff. But she never talks about the older musicals. Like she talked about like Phantom and Les Mis. She loves Les Mis.
Okay.
Like, I came home like one day and she says, Les Mis fucking was playing through Alexa and she's singing along. And I'm like, oh. But those are the only ones. I don't know if she saw Phantom of the Opera or not, but she definitely loved Les Mis.
Okay.
I love me some Les Mis. You already said it. I love some Les Mis. But she never talks about any of the older shows. And I don't know if she's never seen the shows or what. So I'm like, like she's into like the ones that she always gushes over. The two that she always like gush over is Hamilton, which everybody talks about, which I have yet to see. But everybody is like, it's so good. Like even people that are like, you know what? I'm not into fucking musicals. And I watched it and it was actually, and I dug it. It was pretty good. I'm like, okay. But Hamilton and this fucking Dear Evan Hansen, which they just made into a movie.
Yes.
And they just dropped a trailer for the other day. And I watched the fucking trailer and I was like, really? Teen angst? Like, I'm like,
the one thing, see, this is what I jokingly, because one of my favorite adaptations of a musical into a movie that I like is Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls is awesome.
Fucking Dreamgirls is a classic.
Awesome, phenomenal movie. But I always told Brittany, because she loves that movie. I remember one day we were sitting around the house, nothing to watch. She's like, what do you want to watch? I want to watch Dreamgirls. She's like, really? I'm like,
Come on.
fucking awesome movie.
Come on.
Put it on.
Eddie Murphy was the man in that
Oh,
movie.
shit.
Eddie Murphy should have got a fucking Oscar for that
yeah.
movie. But he came out with
100%.
that stupid Norbit movie and it fucked him up. But, oh my God.
But, and this is a little warning to all you people.
All you people.
If you walk into the house and your girl is playing a song from said movie and play, listen. Okay, that Beyonce sings to Jamie Foxx. What you do is you turn your happy ass around and you walk the fuck out because she's going through some shit.
Go to the store.
Okay, I forgot something.
Go pick up a pack of smokes. Go pick up a 6-pack of beer. Go pick up something.
She's not happy.
Nope.
Listen to that song if you never have.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
See.
But again, there are so many good musicals, like you said, that people don't. I raised my daughter on a lot of classicals.
Yeah.
A lot of classics. So much like I always tell Brittany, every time I watch Grease.
I was just about to talk about Grease.
I always remember that I've had to buy that movie for my oldest daughter at least 5 fucking times because she would watch it. And she would burn out either the VHS
Grease
or the
is
DVD.
Awesome. I can fucking recite Grease from beginning to end.
Both. I can both. Part 1 and 2. Okay? That's how much
Part
of a
2, not
musical
so much.
It's so look, I know the Pirates of Penzance. Who the fuck knows
Pirates
that?
of Penzance. Yes.
Who the fuck knows that?
Yes.
But again, because the way, like I said, growing up and being surrounded by the arts and musicals and this and that, I watched so many things. So, and then back in the day, PBS, public broadcast, used to show these shit
They
too.
used to show. What was one of them that I got to see? I watched it on PBS because I didn't get a chance to see it in the on stage. Was Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd, yes.
Fuck, with Angela Lansbury.
But
no,
that's why the movie was okay. But
with
after,
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, after
I liked
seeing the play, like Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is
Listen. Yes.
it's a fucking masterpiece.
Yes.
Fucking masterpiece.
Come on.
Okay?
Listen, I have
People always shit on Phantom of the Opera because he's not a vampire. He's not a monster. Fuck you. He's a tortured
disfigured.
motherfucker. He's a tortured motherfucker.
tortured soul.
Okay. The thing is, you've never really seen Phantom of the Opera. You've heard of Phantom of the Opera.
See.
You haven't seen it.
See.
Sit down. Don't look at it. Don't watch it. See it.
I
Understand it.
could just hear the culture coming out of your voice just now.
I'm telling you, man.
See it. But yeah. Look.
I see it.
Greg just called you out. Mark needs to come to Secret Cinema this Monday, so we can finally meet and swap New York City stories. There you go. Mad Max Road Warrior. Mad Max Road Warrior? Yes.
I gotta find a leather coat with some spikes and shit.
Do it,
Kinda
man.
fucking
Do
be
it.
In the mood.
I'll wear the fucking humongous mask. And just that's all I wear.
Oh, okay. We're going there.
We're going there. I'll let some fucking stray hairs fucking grow out of my head.
Listen, it seems like in every episode, we're not snobs, but my biggest pet peeve with today's generation is I think the expectation of what good theatrical arts or good movie making, a good storytelling has been lost.
Yeah.
And I think that's why in almost every episode we wind up talking about this.
We talk shit about it.
In some way, shape, or
how
form.
now it's like again, like we like the reason we got talking on it, we got on this tirade about it is, again, movies. We talked about how like nowadays it's movie by committee.
Yes.
Basically it's, focus groups and let's see. Maybe this character should have a bat instead of a fucking twig. And let's put some pizza in this scene. And it's just so they can it's basically so they can cater to a wider general audience.
Yes.
So they can get that PG rating. And yeah, you got some good shit that comes out, but then you also got some cookie cutter shit where you're like, all right, enough. But what was I else thinking? And then also like, again, with the musicals, like, it's just like nowadays it's, the American Idiot, the even though I loved it, Mamma Mia, like, a whole play based on fucking, I love the music of ABBA. I'm sorry. I love the music of ABBA. Dancing Queen. I'm a dancing queen. But, Little Mermaid, like they made musicals off, they did Beauty and the Beast. They did they do Aladdin? They did Aladdin as a Broadway musical too, right?
Yes.
it's all on these popular properties that already existed.
Because they know there's a fan base for it already.
Yes.
You know
They
what I
need to
mean?
Stop.
Yes.
Lion King. Like, even though, I mean, it was a good show, but I like the movie better. The animated movie, the original one. Yeah, it's just for some reason, and that's why I want to move back to the city so badly, because it's called the Great White Way, like Broadway. That's where you get to see. I'm more of an off-Broadway person.
Okay.
Like, I like seeing the off-Broadway shows. I even like seeing the off-Broadway
Broadway
shows. The theater in the round. Like the fucking little productions that, it's 25, 30 people in the audience. And you're like, all right, they're talking to me. Those kind of stories, because those are the ones that don't make it like huge. And, I don't know why, but they entertain me better. And I feel like, I don't know. Like I'm seeing like The Craft, and I'm seeing everything.
That's what it is. I think it's more. What I'm going to say, and this is probably not a popular opinion, but one of my favorite like Broadway plays, or it's been on Broadway, it's been off Broadway, it's been done to death, is Death of a Salesman.
Oh,
only because
what is
it is because it is not the typical play, and most people you say that and they're like, ugh. So for me, it's like it's my thing.
Listen, motherfucker, my mind is blown right now that you fucking name drop Death of a Salesman.
You've seen it, obviously.
Come on, man.
But that's what I'm saying. The story
Willie
behind
Loman,
it.
like
Yes.
he's one of he's one of literature's probably not Willie Loman, but his son Biff. Biff is probably one of the biggest fucking literary like losers of all time. Of all time. We're going to be blowing some people's minds right now. People are like, look at these two fucking Hispanic motherfuckers fucking talking Death of a Salesman.
We got culture.
We're cultured.
We cultured.
We are cultured swine, not uncultured swine. So it doesn't make us a little snobby, maybe. But yeah,
Again,
fucking
it's-
Death of a Salesman. Man.
That's why I always go back to. That's why there's a lot of movies and certain actors like I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
He plays the same character in every fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's no range. There's nothing for me to grasp onto. There's no story within a story within a story there.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna fucking leave it.
Man, you know what? I remember there was two performances of Death of a Salesman that I watched where I was like, all right. Dustin Hoffman.
Yes.
Played Willie Loman once, and to a lesser degree, Brian Dennehy.
I've never seen Brian Dennehy.
He's goo.
Is goo?
He's goo.
Brian Dennehy.
I like Brian Dennehy.
So why?
And speaking of turn it around, First Blood.
Yeah.
He was the sheriff in First Blood. So, which was a remake of Ruckus.
and again, most people don't realize a lot of the actors who are thespians that are really good actors considered amongst their peers are people who've worked on Broadway and off Broadway.
Yeah.
They were theatrical first. They were they were like plays and musicals and shit like that. Then they went into film. And they got to cut their teeth and make their bones in that setting.
Yeah.
And when you're in that setting, at the same time, it's almost like the role you're supposed to play, but no performance is the same.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? They always add something different. Some kind of emotion, some kind of reaction is a little bit different.
Yep.
And that's what makes you like, I saw that. Like, this is different. It's
the thing that I liked about theater, musical theater or theater in general, and back when I acted on stage, is that no two shows were the same.
yes.
No two shows are the same. A joke that may have killed one night would go flat another night. It all depended on the audience, and it would all depend on the energy of the audience. And that's what what's the word I'm looking for? That's basically what, I don't know. I'm fucking dumb right now. Like I'm out. That's it. But that's what I liked about it, is that every performance was almost like it was brand new. Like it was opening night.
Yes.
Like it wasn't like after a while where you're like, God damn it, I got to do this shit again. No, every night was something different. It was awesome. And it was all based on the audience's reaction. And you felt like like a star. Like
Yeah.
even if you were on the ensemble and you were in the background, you were a background character. Just seeing, just like, because I went to high school, Cardinal Hayes High School. And when we did plays there and musicals there, like our auditorium held 1,200 people.
Oh, you had the big boy one.
Humongous.
Big boy.
Humongous. Down and upstairs.
Yes.
All right. Balcony. So opening night of a fucking play or a musical, you go out there and just once it's over, you get everybody. Oh my God. It's like, gimme.
Yeah, you feed off of it.
You feed off of it.
When-
exactly.
when-
That's what I was looking to say earlier.
When you show an emotion or something in a play, or you land a line, because again, when you're in theater, you're given lines. Doesn't mean you can land them.
You're right.
You have to hit that line. If it's supposed to have a certain emotion, you got to hit that fucking emotion. You can't fall flat. If you fall flat, the crowd is gonna fall flat. So when you hit that line and you hit that emotion, it's like, and you feel the crowd's reaction, you're like, oh! But you have to kind of keep your cool because you know you just landed and you feel, you big dick energy at that point.
Big dick energy. So why am I getting a call right now? Decline.
Again, pardon our segue, but again,
I know it just went.
We're like onions. We have many layers.
Yes, and we make you cry, definitely. We've definitely made you cry. So yeah, it's man. How did we get on this rant?
Somehow, bro. We've been
Holy
on it so I don't remember how we got on it,
I don't
bro.
remember how we got on it either, but yeah. See, like I'm looking to see. I was like, where in the news did we fucking talk about?
I was talking about Thundercats.
We were talking Thundercats. And we went from Thundercats to Cats.
And then
then from Cats, it just went to this fucking wow.
It just went on to.
Listen, I got, for as long as I've known you, and it's going on 2 decades now that I fucking known you and that we've been friends, like, it's weird how, like, you still, like, surprise me. Like, fuck, man. Wait, when we did that episode of Terror Trio, rest in peace. And last year, right?
Yeah.
Was it last year?
No,
Or was
the
it
year
before.
Because it was
2
before.
years
It was
since
before
Terror Trio?
pandemic. Yeah.
And we did like the top 5
Yep.
horror movies and your fucking list. I was like, my mouth, you could have put a huge cock in my mouth and I would be like, oh, like, wow. Like,
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
death of a salesman. Coño.
that, bro. It's, and again, it's 2 decades. You guys are old. Jesus Christ.
We are old. Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out. But again, it's like I said, bro. That's why when you would start talking about shit, like I would be sitting back and I'm like, my nigga. You know what I mean? Because when you talk about movies, you talk about plays, it's like, it's funny because now it's like, yeah, I'm going to talk about this shit too. But if we talked about it back in the day, we'd be ridiculed.
Big time.
Oh, you guys are fucking nerds.
Big time.
Are you queer?
Big time.
Are you gay?
Big time.
But
Big time.
no, I'm not to sound funny or to sound stereotypical, but it's called being cultured.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't stick. Yes, do I love hip hop? Yes. Do I like a little rock and roll? Yes. Do I like country? Fuck no.
No.
But again, you got to fucking expand your horizons.
Yeah.
And growing up in the city, I mean, you yes, we all played sports. I had time to watch a fucking ton of movies, plays, read fucking books.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember, like I tell Brittany all the time. My first introduction to Bram Stoker's Dracula was the book, not the movie.
Yeah.
And I checked that shit out without fucking anybody knowing. Because that was in the older kid section. I had to do a book report, and the fucking librarian who knew me because I was always getting fucking books was like, yeah, go ahead. And in my school, the younger kid section was down low, and then you had to walk up some stairs to go to like, the high schoolers and shit like that and stuff. So I walked up the stairs.
Yeah.
She wasn't looking. And I just happened to go into the section I'm looking, and I've always been a fan of vampire movies. Anything vampires I love.
Yeah.
So I just saw that and I grabbed the book and I fucking left. Wow.
So are you saying that you stole a book from the library?
I returned it. I temporarily borrowed it.
God damn it.
I returned it.
Damn, did you have a library card since you were there all the time?
They weren't going to let me take that fucking book out.
That's awesome.
So, all right. I didn't feel like reading Dr. Seuss.
There you go. Green eggs and ham.
Sam, I am.
Okay. Well, enough with the rants. Like we we went from pet peeves to Broadway musicals to geek news to Guns of Eden and then that's it.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
We always got to drop some educational shit.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while. Because you know what? That got us some more viewers.
Yes.
Like it was driving. Like once we were talking to the geek news, everybody was like, all right, I'm out. And now we're talking like Dreamgirls. What? Phantom of the Opera. Huh? Les Mis. You said Les Mis? Be like, Mark Reed's?
Yeah, right? Now, you know, most of these people are going to look up the if they haven't seen it, they're going to look up the shit.
You know they are. You know they are. At the very least, look up Starlight Express.
Yeah, he's making shit up now.
I am not making shit up. Starlight Express. Wise old men. God damn, man.
You were around when Jesus was around.
Man, I made Jesus sandals. I showed him how to be a carpenter.
I gave him the chisel, damn it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You said you had 2 more pieces of news, right?
The Thundercats, I got one more piece of news. It's wrestling news. All you wrestling fans, okay?
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Yes. AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for people who did not believe in this promotion, did not think it was going to go anywhere.
I heard about this.
They are actually getting a second show that will start in 2022. It's going to be called Rampage. Not only are they getting a second show, but they are now moving stations. They are on TNT. They will be moving to TBS.
Yep.
And I think it has a lot to do with the basketball contracts and shit like that. So they're going to TBS, which is confusing because once baseball gets back into play, that's the Braves station.
Yeah.
The Braves always play on TBS, so whatever. But again, AEW is growing. It's getting a second show and they're moving to TBS. So
it's going to be huge.
Wow.
It's going to be huge.
They already forced fucking WWE off of Wednesday night. So
NXT yesterday released a bunch of wrestlers.
The Ronda Rousey's peoples.
Yeah.
Both of them got fucking fired.
Gone. So yeah. Big news for wrestling. AEW is not going anywhere. It's just growing and growing. And it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff. Now that things are getting loosened in terms of vaginas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had to throw something in.
You had to.
Loose vagina.
That's not a good. Loose vagina is not a good vagina.
Loose vagina is not good because it's like throwing a hot dog in a hallway and a slimy hallway, and it's not good. There's no friction. You need friction. I don't speak from experience, so I've heard things.
A hot dog in a fucking hallway, bro? Really?
A slimy hallway. All right.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard of some people that are slimy hallways.
Wow.
So, yeah. You know, me, I got a cocktail weenie, so I can't speak to that. What were we talking about? It always happens. What was loose?
We're loose. You were saying about wrestling because now the things are loosening up.
Yes, the restrictions are loosening up because everybody's getting vaccinated and all that good stuff. And so I mean, now they mandated CDC that if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, all that good stuff. So with wrestling, it's going to work because we're going to see more people.
Yes,
finally, more asses in seats.
Road shows again.
Road shows, everything. House shows. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I mean. Shit, I got an appointment in like 5 minutes. So, and this has probably been the longest episode that we've done in a long time. And I hope that Pat can maybe break it up into 2 episodes to make up for last
Yeah, it's going to have to be a 2-parter.
Because I feel bad. But shit, man, once we start talking and
the part of it, makes me wonder if like when we go on our rants about what good art is and good, do people like these judging motherfuckers?
Yeah. Look at these judgy hood rat looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know. Look at him with tattoos and shit. What the fuck do you know?
Who's that Samoan think he is? I'm not Samoan. He said I eat pineapples, but I mean they're delicious, but I'm not Samoan.
Yes, he is.
I am not. All right. So you know what? I had one other piece of news, but you know what? That can wait till next week. What'd you guys think of the episode? Let us know. I need all you guys. I'm gonna ask a favor. All right, I'm gonna do the prayer hand emojis. Actually, prayer hands emoji, plural. we have gotten a few new subscribers on the YouTube channel, on the Beef Master Network. We have not, as of yet, reached the ever elusive 100 subscribers. Like I'm just looking for 100 subscribers. That's it. I'm just looking for that. So do me a favor. If you have not gone on YouTube and subscribed, go on there, go on the YouTube channel, the Beef Master Network, and just hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And then on top of that, hit the bell. Okay? Because every time you hit the bell, you're going to hear and then you'll get alerted that a new episode is on. Now, I need you to do me another favor, okay? When you go on the YouTube channel, you're gonna see a bunch of episodes, a lot of episodes. It's probably shit that you've already heard here, but it's a little cleaner.
Yes.
We have standards and practices that edits our videos, and he put some cool graphics and shit. Like this is like a Tronic inspired graphic back here and other stuff. And he makes some cuts, and sometimes he'll throw some fucking effects, voice effects and shit. Like I watch the episodes, and sometimes some of the shit he does, I'm like, the one time he gave me a fucking red face and a devil fucking voice. It was weird.
My favorite was with the Pillow Princess.
Oh, let's not do that. Oh, where I was like, I'm not a pillow princess. Yeah, I know. I remember that. I'm not a pillow princess. But yes. So go on there, give us some views. We're trying to jack this shit up here. And also, you can reach us at geeksthatlift@gmail.com. If you ever have any correspondence and you want us to email you back, chances are we're not going to email you back.
So in other words, here's our email, but don't waste your fucking time.
Yeah. If you want to get any sort of response from us, a reply from either him or me, you can actually go on any of the social media platforms. All right. We're on
Facebook
and
Instagram
and
Twitter.
So we're everywhere. Also, if you're listening to us, we're basically everywhere. Everywhere, wherever platform you listen to podcasts, go on it. See?
Greg, look at it.
Greg just subscribed. That's what I'm talking about, man. Thank you. That'll probably bring us up to like 83. 84.
Well, we're getting there.
We're getting there, but it's taken us years. I don't think we put out a bad product.
No, we don't.
So I don't get it.
We're very controversial.
You're not supposed to, kind of a little bit. We haven't crossed over yet. I'm looking for that crossover. I need that crossover. Why is it that other podcasts that I fucking watch and listen to have 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, and they are shit. I'll say it. They are shit. I don't get it. And we talk about is our production value just lower for these people and not you guys? Because I'm not saying it's lower for you guys, because you guys actually watch us and actually engage and do the stuff. But you don't watch the fucking YouTube channel because I watch the analytics. But yeah, just go on YouTube. Do us all a favor. Do us both a favor and just go on the YouTube channel and go on, watch it, views, comment on it, engage on there, just like you engage on here with us.
And again, tell people, hey, there's these two crazy motherfuckers you guys got to check out.
Listen, oh my God, that's what I was going to text you about it. So at the first Secret Cinema Presents thing, we go to the screening room, all right? CK and she goes to the bathroom, and I'm waiting in the concession line. This old lady comes in, all right? I think she might be a friend of Greg's. And, well, obviously she watches the show or something because, mind you, I have my mask on. I have my hat on, dressed. This lady walks in and she looks at me and she goes, "Hey, are you one of those geeks that lift?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "All right." And then walked away. I was like, what the fuck? It was so funny because then TK comes out, she goes, "Did somebody ask you if you were one of the geeks that lift?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "She sounded like an old lady." I'm like, "Yeah, it was that old lady right over there." It was weird. It was just it was funny because you know how you talk about all the time,
yes.
People recognize your voice and whatever from the podcast. And it's funny because sometimes, people already know, I already know the people that watch.
Yes.
And that listen. Oh, there it is.
Sue Phillips.
Sue Phillips.
Shout out to Sue Phillips.
Yes, Sue. Thank you for recognizing me. With my, it totally threw me for a loop because she's talking to a couple people, and then she's like, "Hey, aren't you one of those geeks that lift?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like I didn't know what to say. Like
now you know how I feel.
I had to think about it and be like, "Am I?" Yes, I am. And it was funny because she was like, "All right," like she didn't like, "I like your show," like nothing, or "I hate your show, you're disgusting," nothing. She was just like, "All right."
But that's the thing. Give us feedback, whether it be positive or negative.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
No, not at all.
Give it.
Listen, I'll tell you something. If I got to show my butthole, no. I'm not showing my butthole, so no. If I got to do other stuff, maybe. But yeah, give us some feedback. Let us know. Let us know your criticisms, your critiques. Let us know if you want to hear us talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want us to change the format of the show. If you just, because it seems like the people that are on here that watch, God damn, we've been going over 2 hours. That they tune in and they watch us when we do this.
Yes.
When we're riffing, when we're this. The geek news they can give a fuck about. And those are for our YouTube fans or other people. But yeah, for the most part,
people love it with just a. Like I said, when we start talking about the theater shit, fucking everything skyrockets.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Okay. All right.
And again, if my therapy bill is being processed. Again, if you guys want us to talk about something, if you've had an argument with your friends on what the best movie is, and you want us to discuss it, to either have your back or correct you, let us know. We'll tell you if you're full of shit. But, okay. But again, give us topics.
Give it to us.
Give it to him. You give me topics. The rest you can give to him. He'll take it with the pineapple. But again, we'll talk about it. Whether it's what the best comic book movie is, what's the best action movie, you name it, we'll discuss it.
If you like Coke or Pepsi,
fuck it, I'll talk about it.
All right.
I wanted to be a pepper when I was growing up.
All right. If you like straight sex or anal sex, no. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. That's the shit. That's the shit that maybe I don't understand. I don't know, and that's the thing. I don't know. What tickles your fancy? So what is it?
Why do you go like this?
Because is this how you tickle? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, is it the raunchy shit that we fucking talk about? Is it just the lifestyle stuff? You Gussie are gonna get censored. Who's a Gussie? But yeah, like let us know, because we need to tweak and revamp or anything. Like I said, we're looking to cross over. My goal is to have a Geeks That Lift billboard off the 33 go into the Galleria, so people be like, what the fuck?
And we're gonna be on it like this.
Like that? Or if you look at our Twitter fucking cover photo, do that. Like that is the goal. That is the ultimate goal. I mean, we do know a ton of people in the city of Buffalo, but you can always know more.
Get out there. Get the word out.
Get the word out.
Get the word out.
Just do us that favor and just get that word out for us.
We're a locally grown fucking podcast from
Homegrown.
Buffalo, New York.
Yes. Well, the podcast was born in Buffalo. We weren't.
No, we weren't born in Buffalo.
We were born in New York City.
The podcast, the Geeks That Lift.
Yeah. We were born. We weren't born here.
In a real city.
Oh my God. I was trying to keep myself from saying something and I was good, and you had to fuck it up. That's why we're losing viewers. That's why we're losing viewers right there. All right. With that said, I ain't getting in trouble for this. For the Geeks That Lift, I'm Coco Nut, followed by
the freaking Rican.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Guns of Eden.